And our Fair Park camera is really in kind of an ideal location to see this. So, you know, if we saw radar just a moment ago, the kind of the core of the supercell moving north of downtown. And so you're seeing that here. You're looking from kind of the southeast side looking in to downtown. So you see, you know, we have this raggedy bit of rotation that we've had, but we're not seeing it. Now, let me just say this. When I talk about this stuff, just understand, if you're under the tornado warning, you need to still stay in your shelter. Things can change rapidly, but what we're trying to say here is, you know, right now we're not spotting anything, but that can change very quickly. One thing I was watching on radar, and we saw this earlier when it was in Tarrant County and starting to move into Dallas County, is it was becoming what we call outflow dominant. So it had a lot of winds pressing out of the supercell. Part one of the equation. You also need some stronger winds pulling in too, and that'll give you that rotation that could tighten up, possibly produce a tornado. That's still possible. Just because it's more outflow dominant now doesn't mean that won't change, but you can kind of see some of that lowering there. And this is not the first, second, or third time today. Our tower cams have really been quite beneficial. I mean, we've had some amazing shots from where our tower cams sit.
No, you're right. I was just looking at the radar while you were talking, and it's not as well defined as it was 5 minutes ago.
No, and that it kind of keeps happening, you know. So when it hit Irving, all of a sudden, and that looked, I mean, that looked very good in terms of what a supercell should look like. Yeah. And then 15, 20 minutes later, it kind of loses those characteristics.
No, and this is the stuff right here that freaks people out. But that's not the area of concern, is it, Jesse?
No, and it is scary. We call it, you know,
absolutely.
We've heard meteorologist Kyle Roberts before. He'll say SLC, scary looking clouds, and they are scary looking clouds. I mean, if you look at this from an untrained eye, for instance, it's a creepy looking cell.
Because point to that little appendage that's hanging down.
You got multiple
right there.
here.
There's another one to the right.
You got this. You've got these things, these like little fingers that come down. And the thing is, they have motion to them too. So you'll have the scud, as we call it. They'll start to move upward. They'll kind of start to move around a little bit with the supercell, but that's not dangerous. It is scary for sure, but not dangerous.
And the area where if we were going to see any rotation, if we were going to see any development, point that out to folks as well.
Yeah, so we kind of saw some of this lowering earlier. So you see back here, things are cleared out a little bit. Over here, we have some of the very heavy rain and perhaps some hail. So kind of on the other side of downtown, it would be, you know, this, I know the perspective might be off. This is not sitting right over downtown Dallas. This is way farther to the north. We would keep an eye on this particular area here. But even outside, if you look at the gust at Fair Park, outside of this supercell, 52 miles an hour. Yeah. So not a tornado right now, but we're still keeping a very close eye on it.